everyone. I'm Allie, the Mousekateacher, a current high school theater and English teacher, and past Disney cast member. Welcome to my channel. Whether you're new here or you've joined me before, I'm so glad you're here. As you may have gleaned from the title of this video, I am leaving the teaching profession. I penned my resignation and turned it in mid-February. This is not a decision that I took lightly, and I am truly heartbroken. But I wanted to take some time to explain why, for me, this was the best decision right now. First off, as you all know, the state of the world is in crisis right now. It has been over a year since the world shut down due to a nasty virus, and in that year plus, everyone has gone through a lot. Just before the global shutdown, I moved into an apartment by myself with my fur children. It had been a month of bliss, and it felt great to be able to wind down without worrying about, well, anything else but my needs for once. I've never lived on my own before, and I was looking forward to that journey. Then the world was thrown into its once-in-a-century global pandemic. Scientists saw it coming. Those who study infectious diseases knew of its inevitability. But your everyday average Joe was just blissfully unaware this ravaging disease was coming so soon. On March 13th, 2020, I said goodbye to my in-person classes for the last time. At first, we were told it would be a mere 2 weeks, then a month, then until the end of spring break, and then finally through the end of the school year. That initial time from March 13th to the first week of June was confusing and difficult. Students weren't required to attend virtual meetings, nor to actually complete or turn in any work. As an educator who cares, and honestly cares a lot, it was tough to see the lack of discovery and new knowledge for my students. There are several students who, even now, a full year later, I have not seen nor heard from. And I truly hope they're doing well. Anyway, over the summer, the work never stopped. We as educators had questions, lots of questions, and nobody anywhere had any concrete answers or ideas in response. If I'm being honest, and I am, nobody seems to have any concrete answers these days either. During this last summer, I attended many online trainings, seminars, and professional development activities, and spent a lot of my personal time researching what I would need to do in order to prepare for a productive online learning environment for my future students. I spent more hours than I can count creating resources, reinventing everything I had done before to convert it from hands-on activities to digital versions, and more. I made sure I was as prepared as possible for whatever was to come. Then we started the year virtually. It was tough, but we eventually got into the flow of things. Students joined us on Zoom. We taught synchronously for at least 45 minutes and released students to complete their 90-minute block asynchronously. And we prepared to teach our next class. Our school year was broken up into quarters, with odd period classes learning for the first and third quarters, and even period classes learning in the second and fourth. It kind of made sense, and we were finding success with virtual learning. Then came the vaccines. The head of the Department of Health in my county was withholding vaccines from educators until in-person reopening dates were planned. And soon. Then the state promised additional funding if and only if schools opened their buildings to students before April 1st. And so the domino effect began. My current district is extremely money-driven. That was proven to me in my first year here, where the district chose to keep buildings open after a power grid failure, and the teachers were forced to teach without any semblance of electricity for 3 straight school days. Additionally, the district has constantly pushed for the buildings to reopen. I live in an area where there are a lot of people in a certain political mindset who very publicly state that they are the ones who pay teacher salaries, that teachers are lazy, that teachers are childcare, which, yes, to an extent, teachers are childcare, but that is not and never has been our primary function. Anyway, back to it. Now that the state was holding a huge pile of cash up to the district, they began to push even harder for reopening our physical buildings. Our bargaining members in the union rolled over, per usual, and aligned with the wants of those on the board. And myself, and most others, felt betrayed. Our health and safety, not even to mention the health and safety of our student population, was not a priority. It never has been. Lining the pockets of those in power? Well, that's been the ruse all along. Additionally, even though it is in our MOU, or Memorandum of Understanding, which is an agreement between the teachers union and the district, it is not being enforced that the office staff at my school site wear their masks. And that's unacceptable. As of my recording, we have been in person for 1 full week. Our schedule goes like this. Teach those in person and at home concurrently for 45 minutes, at least. Then release those at home for asynchronous learning while those in the classroom complete their work. Release students and immediately see your next group of kids. Then again. Myself and many other teachers are working without a prep period this term. We do not have time to clean desks between classes and worry about our bladders. There are no subs to cover us if we are out sick for any reason. Other teachers must take on our classes instead. The district has failed us on so many levels. I feel undervalued, and I know my life does not matter to those in power. It is far more important to them that they get their payday. I am heartbroken that their decisions have led to my leaving the profession. I truly am. I moved to the town I live in order to create and grow a theater program at the school with which I was hired. I have found success in this, and these students are the only reason I did not leave before the end of the school year. Though if it gets worse, and honestly it might, I may have to make the tough decision to leave sooner in order to keep myself and those I love safe. I value my students, and I value my work as an educator. But if I'm dead, there won't be anything there to value but some vague memories of what once was. I know I'm not alone in these thoughts, and I hope that the current and future students of all educators understand that those of us who are leaving are not doing so because we do not care. We are leaving because we care a lot, and we understand and see our own value, just as we see the value in each and every student in our classrooms. So in short, I wanted to say thank you to everyone who has supported me in my career. Whether you're a companion I know in person or someone I've met through online platforms like Instagram, YouTube, or professional events. Thank you for supporting me, for the love and camaraderie. Maybe one day I'll come back to teaching, but for now, this is the final chapter. Thank you for being a part of my journey. I hope we meet again. In the meantime, follow me on Instagram, right down here. I plan to remain active over there and would love to be a part of your professional network. Be well, and have a magical day.